I love it.
Trust a bro.
Trust a bro. Was that who I thought it was? Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction with me and, well, I guess Mike will be here in a second. Another episode of Hawkeye. I think this one is called... Oh, there's Mike.
I was just at a live action roleplay and Hawkeye was there.
Welcome, Mike. Well, thanks for joining, Mike. Did you have some fun at the good old LARPing?
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Did you drink your potion? We're not making fun. Oh, we got all kinds of friends that do such things. It's a great episode.
I always did the tabletop role play or the video game role playing.
Well, the second one ended with him doing a nap move by being caught on purpose, whatever, and then of course Kate Bishop falls in and kind of ruins that for a second. Last episode ended with the strange new mysterious character all in black. If you noticed, her hands were on the speaker. Apparently that character and actress is deaf, and she is in the role of a character called Echo. And I see that this episode is called Echoes. I guess we're going to get more introduction into this new character. And why is that important? Yeah, she might be the villain in this or whatever, but Echo, according to Disney Plus Day a month ago or whatever, has her own series coming out. Another character to follow, another show to watch, perhaps. We'll see.
Yeah,
but
I'm not familiar with that character, but I think in the comic, in the Hawkeye, Matt Fraction Hawkeye, I'm pretty sure he becomes deaf, and they alluded to hearing problems
with the hearing aid and the explosions. Yeah, exactly. The last episode started with a quick previously on. This one probably will too, and those are always like little foreshadowing trailers of what specific things you need to remember from previous episodes that will apply to the one you're getting ready to watch. I don't really know what to expect. Kind of looking forward to it. Mike, anything you want to add?
Nope. Let's do it.
All right, we're going to get right into it. You know the usual. Like, subscribe, comment down below, all that good stuff. Here we go.
I love you, Dad.
I love you more.
Yeah, sign language alluding to.
He should have just let the guy keep the suit to deflect attention. Oh, I see. I wondered about that scene a little. It was funny, but I didn't understand.
Right, that she's deaf. I didn't either. I didn't get that. So that makes sense of it.
She's deaf and he's stupid.
Right.
I might Google that character because I don't know that I've ever heard of.
2007.
Ancient history. Do they not know that she's deaf?
I guess not.
All right, class. Water break.
She watches.
For your match, it's more about speed than size.
Look at the tattoo on his neck.
Uncle will take you home after class.
Was that who I thought it was?
Who'd you think it was?
I mean, a big, huge guy. It sounded like Wilson's Fisk. I swear.
It would make sense. It would fit his character too to be like
her dad's part of the underworld. Organized crime. So does she have the actress have a prosthetic leg, or was this all CG? So this is still a flashback when Ronin was shit up in New York. Oh, gonna kill her dad. You know it.
he was like unarmed. He's mowing everybody down.
From her point of view, yeah.
So if it becomes public knowledge that he was Ronin, that's going to be very bad for the Avengers and,
Yes.
or whatever, or whoever's around.
Crazy.
Keep going and going and going. I love it. Where is the old Hawkeye riding?
Riding Brony.
She doesn't even like them. No, she did this on purpose to hurt me.
Look, I think you both owe apologies. Tell her she hurt your feelings, but apologize for pretending that was a gift for her.
Wait, super. I need a pen. Just okay.
Let me write this down.
Because he's dead.
Good way to put it.
So who got him then? Okay, clearly this isn't working.
She. It's like an Obi-Wan kind of lie. It's like,
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
I'm wondering if she's a Daredevil villain.
Yeah, I think she's tied into Daredevil, which just makes me think was Fisk at the beginning. Oh, he's got all of his shit back. Here we go. He's really good to be able to do that shot. Well, I'll take it. Wow.
He looks like he's trying not to kill them.
Yeah, he's aiming for hands and shoulders and knees.
We need a car.
Oh, can we take this one? Man, this thing's beautiful.
That's a cool shot.
That was. It's continuing.
Still one
Oh,
shot.
that's cool. It's turning. This is great. This is good. Look at this. And I love it.
Trust a bro.
Trust him, bro. This camera work is awesome. Hell yeah, I love it.
It's probably all done in studio, right?
Mix and match, for sure.
Start with a real shot and then go from there.
I mean, look, the wind, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. That's what makes it great.
He told her there were no trick arrows, but play with it. Whoa. That works.
Exactly.
Oh
Holy
man. They didn't survive that.
Sorry, bro.
A plunger arrow? What is a trick that is completely useless?
It's like every arrow is different. That's great.
Sorry, Santa.
He said, sorry, Santa.
Yeah. Here we go.
Get up on the bridge.
Yep.
Scaffolds.
This is awesome. We know she's good at this type of thing from the first episode.
Pim.
Holy sh! Holy sh! That's so crazy.
I would have just made myself big and kick him, but I think that would have hurt more than that, though.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, this is what she saw when she was young. Suction arrow! That's why you went and got it back. Good little action scene. Needed that.
You're not wrong. Call yourself one of the world's greatest archers.
Hell yeah.
I think so.
Old Rogers the musical. They gotta make it, man. They gotta make that.
The Kinks. We were expecting Pink Floyd and we got the Kinks instead.
It'll work.
Nathaniel? Nathaniel?
This is Crazy dynamic.
A little delay, but it's kind of a bad connection. You're bored. you're the early bird. Hey, bud, I miss you. Why don't you go get some breakfast and. Yeah, it's tonight is movie marathon night. That's right. I really wish I could be here with you, buddy. You know how much I love that. Oh boy, I got to tell you, I miss you so much. I'm gonna be there, buddy. Hey, you know I'm gonna be there, like I said, right? Thank you.
Great scene.
Morning. What are you waiting for? Is that all done?
Can I get some more coffee, please? Sure. Thank you.
When Echo said he'd be better off without it, he's like, yeah, I think so too. He looked at her.
What's that on his head?
It's your head. Wings. Like a hawk. That's an H that's on your forehead. That's...
They love making fun of the comic book costumes.
My wife would divorce me if I put something like this on. And number 3.
Good reason.
I'm not a role model. I'm sorry, Kate. I'm not a role model to anyone.
But yes, you are. You are. You came here. You left your family at Christmas because you thought some stranger was gonna get hurt. You stuck around even though I screwed up. And now you're stuck. Whether you like it or not. I thought Maya was the boss.
No, there's someone above Maya. Someone you don't want to mess with.
She referred to somebody, some uncle.
Yeah, it's Kingpin, I'm sure.
There's gotta be info on the tracksuits and Jack in there.
Yeah.
See if he recognizes Swordsman, because in the comics, Swordsman is the one who trained him.
Okay.
Apparently at both archery and swordsmanship, so the swordsman trained the master archer in archery. But I doubt they'll go with that.
Well, Kate's mom's suspicious too, because she's,
right.
You know, colors matter. She's always wearing red.
She's definitely acting shady this whole time.
Let me see what I can pull up on Jack.
Getting ready to meet Jack, I think.
Yeah, I think he's already knows him. That's my guess. But he probably didn't train him in archery.
Here we go, and that's his sword too. That's not the end of the damn episode.
Oh no.
Oh, they know how to do it. Oh, of course it ended right there.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I like that they've only gone. Most of these shows have only been 6 episodes because for example, the Daredevil show I like a lot, but it's like 14 episodes or something like that,
right.
And there's just about 3 or 4 episodes towards the end that aren't really necessary.
Right, it's kind of drug out.
Stretches out. Yeah.
It seems to be pretty tight. Everything's really, everything that's happening contributes to the overall plot and what's going on. Had a good opening fight chase scene there with the rotating camera. That was awesome. I couldn't really differentiate between what was shot live and what was shot and put in a studio. Like, it was pretty epic, actually.
You know who else works for Wilson Fisk is Miles Morales' uncle,
Oh, okay, that's right.
which is Donald Glover from
Which
Spider-Man.
would be Donald Glover plays. You're right, because he mentions it in Homecoming. I got a nephew to protect or whatever.
So obviously they can't do everything in this new Spider-Man movie. They can't tie it into every single franchise, but if they bring Kingpin into this, they might like mention him. I doubt he'd be in the film. So they've got so many other villains.
Well, between the yeah, exactly. Between the last Hawkeye episode and this one, apparently Marvel and Sony reached a deal for Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6 movies.
Yeah.
So this could be, setting up for when Spider-Man goes to college and then he has to deal with Kingpin or something. You know what I mean? It's open.
It would be new to take a character from TV like that, assuming that's Vincent D'Onofrio. Take the character from TV into film. I mean, I'm sure it's happened before.
So I'm gonna back up and look at the beginning here. I want to see that shoulder shot.
Uncle will take you home after class.
Uncle will take you home after class.
I'll see you tonight.
And then Uncle steps in, solid black suit, bigger guy, huge guy. Dude, that's Vincent D'Onofrio, dude. I swear that's Vincent
It also
D'Onofrio.
makes sense in a show. We've already got villains, so introducing a character that the audience is already largely familiar with makes more sense than somebody totally new. We've already got a new villain, Swordsman. So,
Yeah, it's funny because if you haven't read the comics, each episode has introduced you to a new person that potentially could be the head villain. They just keep
Right.
red herring every episode. So they're doing a number on us here, bait and switches or whatever. Yeah, man, this episode was good. It ended. It felt like it was 15 minutes long. I love both the dynamic of bringing in deaf characters and how that plays into not just directly into the story, but even on the, a minor level of the sound design and everything. It adds, the dynamic between Kate and Hawkeye when he didn't have his earpiece in. I don't know. It's just I really like that. Just another level of realism or whatever. I don't know the right word for it. And the Pym arrow, that was brilliant. Like, why didn't you have that before? Like, that was great.
I'd just be shrinking everybody all the time.
Right. Or like you said, just enlarge yourself and like kick the car or something. He just didn't have enough.
He's just giant, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have enough orange slices, so he'd just pass out afterward. So it's got good humor. It's got the action. They're not forgetting about the emotional side of the characters, like that scene with Clint's son calls and he can't hear.
So
it rips.
Yeah, I think he's emotional about that, but it's also like it's his actions that have, like, as Ronin and
right,
that have
he knows
have
that he's
caused
put
this.
Exactly.
He's trying to, in a way, still avoid accountability because he's trying to cover this up and make it go away. They more like told us about his redemption than anything we actually saw, because we saw Black Widow rescue him, and it was her friendship that helped him
pulled him out,
put it aside. But that was all we really saw. We didn't really see him,
which was enough for that movie. But right,
sure, but he hasn't really been held accountable except for obviously he's been through hell in other ways, but that wasn't directly because of that.
Yeah, man, this is story's got layers to it, man. It's actually before we started, it's not recorded. We were talking about like the big name actors and stuff, and where I took that little break, and eventually I didn't watch like many Marvel movies for like 10 years now. I went and saw Infinity War. That kind of broke my bubble with the advertising. I just went to the theater and just saw it randomly without doing any research on it, and it was awesome. It blew my mind, and I can attest to having basically not seen anything past like Thor, Iron Man, and Thor, and then going to watch Infinity War. I know a lot of people experience it in release order there, and I've heard people talk about like, we like it because of all the fan service and everything, but would it be attractive to somebody who hasn't seen any of the movies? And I can tell you it was.
I think Infinity War is one of the tightest scripts.
Absolutely.
Best written.
Excellent. Anyway, I didn't mean to distract on that. This show is awesome. We're halfway through now, 3 episodes into 6. So
I like the shows and comics that have somewhat of a smaller scope too. I mean, when you read Avengers, there's usually these overarching stories, and then you have lots of characters with subplots.
Right.
Whereas even Spider-Man, but also like Daredevil, Hawkeye, Luke Cage, they're more like dealing with everyday people problems on a
Ground
smaller
level.
scale.
Yeah.
And literally just fighting people with their fists.
I know the community talks about like need to be careful about leading themselves into what they call the Avengers level threat. Like not
Right,
everything needs
right.
to be
DC
world
was
shattering.
like, every movie was like that. It's
Right.
just
And these shows really exactly what you're saying. They really help put in a ground floor, all the actual heavy lifting of the character development and everything. The reasons why you care to watch the Avengers level threats is because you now understand all these details about each and every one of these characters. So it really matters versus trying to do it every time. So I like the little, even down to the little thing after they escape from the tracksuit and they're taking a breather on the train. He still can't hear her, and he actually gives that compliment to her that she so wanted to hear from her hero, that she's a good archer.
he had already told her she was way overconfident.
Right.
So like he couldn't have said that to her before she got taken down a notch. I think if it gets found out that he was Ronin, that could have more implications for the sort of conflict we saw with Registration and Civil War.
Yep.
And could therefore branch off to New Avengers, because Ronin was definitely New Avengers. One of the characters was talking about Tony Stark's building, and he sold it a while back. I can't remember where I saw that reference, but so it was just like, oh yeah, he sold it. It might have been in this show, but
it was the Kate said that to him, the Avengers building, and he was off quick remark.
That's right.
He sold it a while back, which we saw that as the secondary plot in Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's what Happy was organizing the whole time, packing up all the stuff from Avengers Towers, moving it upstate.
So
that building is
Norman
open.
Norman Osborn buys it in Dark Avengers.
But also the Fantastic Four apparently are in that building as well in a different comic series. So that's the big thing in the community right now. They clearly Stark and Avengers aren't in that tower, but they have. And at the end of the last Spider-Man movie, he glides through that tower in the end scene, but it's still hiding the name that could be on it. There's actually 3 options people are going between.
Or Kang.
Kang, right? That's the third one. So everybody's waiting to see a logo on that damn building to know where the MCU is going from here. Who knows?
If we've got Norman Osborn and Doc Ock and everybody coming through time, is it possible that Kang has organized them in some way and maybe wants to set up, or a Kang, and maybe wants to set up Osborn as the leader of the Dark Avengers and start controlling the timeline. And they would also have, I guess, Thunderbolts and West Coast Avengers. So,
well, we could end up having multiple teams of good guys and multiple teams of bad guys. With this, who knows?
Yeah. So after Civil War, when they're all registered, they form teams that are accountable and have leaders. So there's regional superhero teams.
East Coast Avengers, West Coast Avengers. I heard.
There's more. There's like even like within each state and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So there's all these lesser sort of heroes.
Okay.
But they have more accountability, but also can be manipulated more easily and all that stuff.
So many options, so many places to go. We'll just have to wait years for all this to pan out. I wonder how far ahead Kevin Feige is with his plans and ideas. Like, is he always basically one phase ahead? Is he a decade ahead in where he plans? Like, did he know all of this 7 years ago?
Plan for the whole phase.
Well, awesome. Anything else you want to add before we wrap this one up?
No, it's been a fun show so far. Probably one of my favorites of the new ones because, like I said, it's just keeping the story relatively simple, everyday criminals at this point. Looking forward to the next one.
Right,
Oh, and
right.
today I'm gonna watch, I think, The Last Duel. I think I'm just gonna watch that because I know you got plenty of
Yeah.
movies to edit.
I'm so bottlenecked in editing right now. All right, well, if there's nothing else, Mike, we'll wrap this up. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been another great episode. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you all LARPing on the next episode.
There can be only one.